he understood that the Chinese development means economic development. The economy given first priority. So he actually asked or maybe begged, it doesn't matter. They asked the Western countries to invest more, to support more. So Japan is one of such countries to assist development of China. Even up to 1990s, OECD, Overseas Development, actually support organization. The Japan actually spending much money for the development of China. But sometime 1990s, the China is still receiving that kind of assistance. But the China no longer weak country, and so it's a growing power. Japan finally decided to terminate that assistance program. But anyway, the China has been growing so rapidly. And about the decade ago, Chinese economy finally reached second place, which kept by Japan since 1960s. So Chinese economy so huge monster size today. That is not only the thing. The Chinese has been invested so much money to strengthen the military forces. The Japan actually set the annual defense budget 5 trillion yen, which is maybe to maybe 20 billion dollars or so. Or maybe $30 billion or so. But anyway, China is 4 or 5 times larger the expenditure for their own annual military budget. So they are very much growing up. And so how to deal with China? Very touchy issue. Japan have to be very careful our own stance with China. And the Chinese has been insisting Taiwan issue is a cores of Chinese national policy. Don't touch it. Don't step into this problem. So that is their actually demand to the world politics. But and of course each actually diet session, the parliament session, the opposition party ask Prime Minister, what is your stance about national security? What you are going to do with the United States, the allied country, and what about China? What about Taiwan? So these are all questions frequently asked the governing the position, the people, prime minister and foreign minister and defense minister. And they are very, very important questions because Japan has a divided opinions. Some people consider present constitution is no longer valuable. The present constitution, translated constitution by United States, pushed Japan shortly after the war, end of the war. So we have to build our own defense power or military power to protect ourselves, protect the people. But there are other opinions that Japan have been enjoying very peaceful country, and we focus on the the economic development, and the President of Japan has been the completed due to the people's opinion to the protect the constitution. No more war, no more military forces, no conflict with international affairs. So these are two strong stands. They are somewhat the not obvious answer. It has been requested. Are you pro-constitution or con-constitution? Yes or no? That is not the attitude Japan has been dealing with this. And Taiwan issue also, we have the diplomatic accord with China. So somewhat ambiguous attitude, avoiding strong yes or no. To try to avoid any stimulating the Chinese sensitive issues. This is a kind of the attitude kept by prime ministers in the generations. But this has been changed. 2023 autumn, Japan selected the prime minister. This is Mr. Ishiba. Mr. Ishiba, he is an expert of national security, international security issue. He knows very much about what to do. So he, of course, he has own ideas, but as a prime minister, he didn't mention much about that kind of thing. But after he started his own the cabinet, there was a national election, lower house called the Shugiin, the House of Representatives, or lower house. Election, he actually dissolved the parliament and went into the election to make sure he get enough support for the people. But the LDP lost the election. Together with junior partner, Komeito, supposed to be the majority ruling the group, but turned to be minority. No majority gained in that election. So that is a very much a difficult situation for Mr. Ishiba. But anyway, the summer last year, the upper house, the House of Councillors, or Sangiin election scheduled. And LDP lost majority again. And then there comes some criticism about Mr. Ishiba, and Mr. Ishiba was best corner, and this is actually 8th September, the paper that he announced his resignation, stepped down from prime minister's position. And then there was a election for the president of LDP. LDP no longer majority. So if you are elected the president of LDP, doesn't mean you'll be next prime minister. Until Mr. Ishiba, except some couple of times, the LDP lost the government, that the LDP president means automatically Prime Minister of Japan. But because of minority state, there are the 5 candidates for the election for president of LDP. And one lady, Takaichi, actually won. Takaichi won the election, and actually, Mr. Ishiba is a dove, very much mild actually ideas to govern the country. And Takaichi is a hawkish lady. She admires Margaret Thatcher, strong will to change the situation. So this is very much the cautious the situation for the China, because she often mentioned about the importance of the Japanese visiting Yasukuni Shrine. Yasukuni Shrine. I actually need to explain what is the Yasukuni Shrine, but this is a huge issue. So to save time, just mention Yasukuni Shrine. That Yasukuni Shrine for the spirits of wounded, and why the people somewhat avoid who is responsible for Pacific War. Why Pacific War started? Why Japan attacked Pearl Harbor and they wake up United States to start a war with Japan. So this is the kind of many the reasons why Japan went to war. And before 15th August 1945, before the end of the war, before Emperor made official announcement on the radio that finished the war, more than 3 million Japanese lost their lives. 2 million military personnel, 1 million civilians. Not only Japan, but there are issues of Manchuria, and some other Asian countries. There are hundreds of the Japanese soldiers. They actually step into different part of the Asia and wage the war. So these are very much the things why we needed to lose such millions of Japanese. What is the reason? Who is responsible? In case of Germany, there was a military tribunal, international court, to completely investigate what was Nazi Germany, and then Germans started completely the different circumstances reflect actually what was wrong and what have to be recurring to prevent recurring. But Japan, there are international court, military tribunal court, but only actually former cabinet members at the time of war. Only a couple of dozen people are actually brought to the court, and there are the class A war criminal, and there are class B, class C, the criminals, the violent people. They are given sentences at the place where they finished the war, maybe Malaysia, maybe other part of the places. But as a nation, Japan didn't actually conduct the kind of the occasion to discuss what are the things we have to ask responsibility. The emperor, the kept alive, and the MacArthur doctrine to actually smooth the U.S. the administration of Japan. For the people who are sent to Japan, the 100,000 U.S. soldiers, but it is a huge task to control this country, the population, huge population, and the war mobilization system still exists. How to demobilize that kind of thing? That's a very much difficult task. If they actually they criminalize emperor, there may be some big response, the negative response from the people. So they like to avoid somewhat the actually tacit agreement between the people, and people actually fought the war and the dead, and they believe the families, and they somewhat quiet because war pension was paid to such people. So the people don't open the mouth to criticize what happened because they receive something from the country. So there are many things people need to analyze what happened and what brought to the present situation. But anyway, at present, for Japan, maintain the safe relationship with China. China may act aggressively sometime in future. They may pick up some cause or reasons to harass Japan and other neighboring countries. But until then, we want to quiet the relationship with China. But this lady has different ideas. So October last year, she slipped the tongue, or not actually. She is actually the unintentional the comment because she has such an opinion